Okay, let's make the other parts to it. So I'm going to now, we've got different drawing tools here. There's a few different ones. Let's have a look at the different ways. If I draw this one, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. If I look at the nodes of that, lots of nodes. I can simplify that by going Control and L, and it chops down the nodes to the minimum. Next one, fine line drawing. Slightly different one here. I click, I click, I click. Right, what that's done, that has made Bezier curves, French curves. If we look at the node here, you can see far fewer nodes, and each one of them is a Bezier curve node, which is really lovely. And the last one, this is the one that's the most complex, is I'm going to draw that from the center there and around. Now, if I look at the nodes of that one, lots of nodes. If I Control L it, it does simplify up. So let's compare. Different techniques, different methods. So that one has used a fill color. Yeah, that's a solid object. This one isn't, it's a line, and this one is a simple line. I'm going to minimize the export selection now. I'm just going to look at these. Notice this one, there's no fill color. On this one, there's no fill color. On this one, there is a fill color. If I made it no, it vanishes. Now the other two. Okay, on this one, there's a stroke color. On that one, there's a stroke color. On that one, it's actually done no stroke color. So the kind of fountain tip, kind of calligraphy, like pen at the bottom, is a very different line. Choose the one you feel happiest with. You can use these ones. Then you just need to go to stroke style afterwards and increase the width. And you'll get a simple line. There we go. Same with that one. Increase the width. And of course you can pick any colour you like. So here's say a nice dark green. But be careful of that. Now if we go to the fill colour, it's created it, so I need to go nope. Stroke paint and choose it here. So hang on, let's take, there we go. So be careful of that. And the same with this one. If I was just to do that and pick, oops, sorry. Where'd it go? There he is. Right, if I was to pick that one and just click on there, again you see how it's filled it in. So pick no. Oops, sorry. Go to fill, pick no. Go to stroke paint, and then this section here, choose it. So something, yeah. Whereas this one's totally different. On that one, it is the dark green. There we go. So, between the different pens depends on which one you're using, fill or stroke and stroke style. Okay. Actually, let's just pick this one. From now on, it makes no odds. Choose the one you like the best. So I've drawn that. Clearly, I don't want it in front, so I'm going to send to back. I have to be on that arrow to do this, and then send to back. And it's ready to send to back. Now I want my leaves. Okay. Take a circle. It's almost good. Path, object to path. If we look at that now, 4 simple paths. I'm actually going to highlight those 2 and hit the delete key. So I only have 2 nodes. I can then make something that looks much more. That one, I'm actually going to choose the smooth bottom for it. And for me, that looks much more like a leaf. Nice. Okay. Take that and move it. Notice I've gone to the black arrow. One more click. Rotate it slightly. Copy, paste. I'm actually going to, with the black arrow, click and mirror, which you can do like that. I offset it slightly. And on that one, if I want to then play with the nodes, just to make it look slightly different, I can. There we go. Last part is, although they look fantastic like that, it doesn't quite seem 3D. So if I just go to my green, and on my green itself, if I darken it slightly, and maybe that one Oops. Stroke paint, no outside colour, fill colour. There, it's slightly darker. If I really want to be clever, I'll do it with this leaf. I'm going to use the gradient tool. The gradient tool, I can't quite see it on my resolution, so just press that. It's there. You probably see it straight away on yours. It'll just be at the bottom there. And now by drawing that, really don't want the outside. There we go. By drawing the gradient tool, hang on. For some reason I've got an outside line there, so I'm going to go, no. There we go. Now you notice the gradient tool has kind of made it semi-transparent. And that's because one of these nodes, if we look, it's on the alpha, is on 0. Oh, I don't want that, so I'm going to bring that all the way up. But I want to make that node slightly darker. Bring these in tight. Do you see how that makes it look much more like I've got a shadow? I like that technique. In fact, you can even do that. I'm going to do that with the center bit there. Is pick my gradient tool. I'm going to do it from a starburst this time. You see there's lovely options up here. Drag out. Bring my alpha on those two outside nodes up. But on this one, bring my alpha up. I'm going to make it slightly... There we go. I think that looks much nicer as a plant. And there's my plant. Oh, there's a nice little petal there. There we go. Right, now when I'm exporting, highlight the whole thing, shrink it down to the size I want. If you've done this on the same page as the platform, this makes life very easy, because you can see Irene is actually really quite small. Very small indeed. That will fit over my, for some reason, strangely turned yellow platform. And that's about the right size, you see. So let's take that. And again, I would go File, Export Plugin Image, and do the same thing. And that's how you make a flower. Only this time when we export it, I would name it flower on the... here we go, so down here, export as. It will probably remember the location. That's all, I'm happy with that, so export, and boom, and that's now exported, and I can put that into my Flash. Right, give that a try, away you go.